Hi everybody, I'm going to be making a fall harvest soup. Now, the largest harvest time of the year is in the fall. And that's when you get to go to the farmer's market and you see all kinds of pumpkins and squash and all these comforting vegetables that make a soup good. Now, this soup that I'm going to make for you today is very nutritious, delicious, and easy to make. And I'm going to show you how to make it step by step. Let's get started. Now, these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using today. I thought I would show them to you so you can get a better picture of what it is that I'm going to be using. I'm also going to put all the ingredients and amounts below in the description box. I have 1 pound of 80/20 ground beef. I've got some red potatoes here that I cut up into pieces, see? And in this bowl, I've got some butternut squash. Isn't that pretty? And I've cut it up into cubes. Now, this is a butternut squash. Now, I'm sure that there's some of you that have seen this before but have never used it and you're afraid. Don't be afraid, because this is very nutritious and sweet and nutty and delicious. So what you do is you peel it really well like you would a potato. Then you cut it up in half and you remove all the seeds, and then you cut it up into pieces. And that's it. Very easy. And I've got some sweet potato right here that I'm going to be using. I've got some chopped onions, better than bouillon, beef flavored. I've got some onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, salt, green onions that I've got nice and chopped, some freshly minced garlic, some yellow bell pepper, some chili powder, bay leaves, celery, cumin, and in here I've got freshly ground allspice and cloves. Now they look like this, but when you get them nice and ground, this is what they look like. So now that I've showed you all the ingredients, we can get started on our soup. So I'm going to be using this Dutch oven right here. And I've got my heat set just a little bit higher than medium. I'm going to put in my ground beef. Now I'm going to brown my ground beef until it loses its pink color. After it releases all the grease, I'm going to remove it, and I'll leave just a little bit in there so that I can add the rest of the ingredients. So as you can see, my meat has lost all the pink color, and I have removed all the excess grease. I've left just a little bit in there. I'm going to add my onions. Here are my onions. And here are my green onions. I'm just going to move them around for just about a minute so that they can release their flavor in here. Just like this. So it's been about a minute, and I can smell those onions in here. Now these are the aromatics. You want to put them in here first because you want them to release their flavor. Here's my yellow bell pepper. This is what's going to give you the most delicious soup. Now I'm going to add my garlic. See? And I'm going to add my bay leaves. Now I'm just going to toss them around like this so that everything can release its flavor before I add the other ingredients. Now, a poorly flavored stock will ruin a whole pot of soup. So that's why we want to go carefully with each ingredient so that everything releases its flavor to give you the best pot of soup. So I'm going to add my garlic powder, my onion powder, here's my chili powder, my cumin, my allspice, and cloves. And I'm going to toss it around and make sure that everything comes in together really well. I'll give this about 30 seconds. Oh gosh, it smells so good in here. Now I'm going to add my beef flavored better than bouillon. I want it to come in together with the meat. See? Break it up in there. Look at this. Oh gosh. I'm gonna add some pepper. You can add as much pepper as you want. We like a good amount of pepper in here. And I'm gonna add my salt. I'm gonna add some right now, and I will adjust it later. Yummy, this smells so delicious. Now I'm gonna add my water. I've got 4 cups of hot water right here. Now you wanna add about 3.5 cups to 4 cups of water. You don't want it very, very soupy in here. You want the vegetables to be a little bit chunky, and you wanna be able to taste everything without too much soup in here. Now we're ready for our vegetables. Here's our sweet potato. Here is my red potatoes. Here's my butternut squash. Now these are gonna shrink up just a little bit. See? Oh, yummy. Oh my gosh, look at that. So I'm gonna wait for it to come up to a boil. Once it comes up to a boil, I'm gonna lower the temperature to simmer for about 15 minutes, and then I'll add my next ingredient. So as you can see, my soup has come up to a rolling boil. I'm gonna lower the temperature to low because I only wanna see a little bubble here and a little bubble there. I never like to rush my soup. I wanna give it time for all the flavors to come in together beautifully. So I'm gonna set my timer for 15 minutes. I'm gonna replace my lid, and I'll see you then. So my timer just went off. Ooh, look at our soup. Look at that. Now these are my home canned tomatoes. I'm gonna add 2 cups with liquid and all. There's one. And there's another cup right there. See? Look at that. Just beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and taste it. Oh my goodness, this is delicious. And I added about 1.5 teaspoons of salt, but you add as much as you wanna add to yours. So I'm gonna replace my lid, and I'm gonna let it simmer for about 10 minutes, and I'll see you then. Our soup is ready. Let's take a look. Now it's time for the taste test. So I've got some crusty bread right here. I like to toast it and dip it in here. See? Oh my gosh. The sweetness of the sweet potato with the butternut and the red potato together. Oh, it's so delicious. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely delicious. So this is my fall harvest soup. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Send me a comment and tell me what you think. And share with your friends. Thank you.